If I may respond to Gary.
Yes, go ahead.
Very briefly, I am familiar with the Union States Assembly. I was familiar when they first kind of got together back in 2013 and did participate on a few of their calls. At the time, there was a group here in Michigan that was coming off of the 2010-2011 association with the Tim Turner Republic, for lack of a better term, and stepped away individually as the nation state. And around that time, about 2013, there were a number of groups scrambling to be first with their publications and their national and international notices to The Hague and to others. So unfortunately, now they may have changed now. I haven't participated in the call since 2013. But at that time, the same things that we're dealing with right now in terms of ethnicity, falsely labeled race, they were dealing with right then. And there were some extreme people on a couple of those calls, which led me then to obviously disassociate myself and say, oh, this isn't the group for me, and seek elsewhere. Hopefully that has changed. I remember the states, Virginia, a man who claimed to be the great-great-grandson of James Madison. There were, I remember several of the people, that were involved at that time. So just as you're not new to this effort, nor am I. And I've taken a look at several groups.
I've been talking with the Union States Assembly off and on over the last couple of years, and I talked to Dean Merritt a lot. He's out of that group. But the conferences I've been involved in, there hasn't been nothing racist involved, because I'm one of the first that would leave it, because I'm a Native American European heritage, and I've been, in my lifetime of 68 years, only discriminated against a couple times. One was in the state of Maryland. So, and then a couple times.
Hopefully they changed it. And right now, I would say this, Gary, there's also a union call going on biweekly on Wednesdays, which is doing just that, attempting to bring these groups together. So and we're really going to only be able to bring those that are, like-minded people on that call that will, get away from this, the right wing or left wing, but be all inclusive, and let's work towards the same goal. Then we can make progress.
Yes. I see a lot of things happening in this movement, like what happened, you might say, during the tax time of the 70s and 80s. And everybody was shooting for that almighty dollar, or to say they were the ones, the top guy. And I belonged to one group. We never really got it going, but the purpose of it was called the Committee of 10 Million. It was trying to get everybody to bury the hatchet and work for a common cause. But that didn't work neither. It was trying to bring everybody together, but you couldn't get people to, kind of like churches, especially in this born again movement. I see the same thing there too. And what's going on? Everybody fighting for that Federal Reserve note, which is worthless. But that's just my thoughts on that. And unless anybody else got any questions, or to me, I yield.
As do I. I yield, Charles.
Thank you both.